joined now from Brussels by the UKIP MEP Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage, welcome to the programme. Everything seems to be working all right. All these great fears of the Lisbon Treaty, everything seems tickety-boo. Nobody's really noticed.
Well, it hasn't really happened yet, has it? I mean, the treaty was only ratified a few weeks ago. We've got the new Commission who will take their places on the 26th of February. And yeah, you know, don't worry about Mr. Van Rompuy. I mean, he is just a figurehead. The real power stays with the European Commission. And remember that what the constitutional Lisbon Treaty does is to give them vastly increased powers. And I predict within 6 months you will see a massive legislation fundamentally altering the way in which we live our lives in the UK. It's about to happen.
But we've still, which I didn't understand under Lisbon, we've still got this rotating presidency. I think it's the Portuguese have got it at the moment, though not many people have noticed. We've
Spanish.
got the Spanish, sorry. Well, I knew it was the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
The powers divided between the foreign representative and the president of the council, plus strong people like Mr. Sarkozy, Mr. Brown. It's not really going to be a highly centralised single state, is it?
Well, I think it is. I mean, I think the big change that's happened in the last few weeks is, of course, the appointment of the High Representative, Baroness Ashton, who's probably even less well known than Herman Van Rompuy. And she's got real power because she's going to have thousands of staff working under her. There are going to be a series of EU embassies established right across the world, and we will see an EU common foreign policy. And it appears that Mr. Miliband is perfectly happy to go along with that, and that the Conservatives, if they do win the next election, are not really going to provide any opposition to that. So that is a fundamental change in the way the EU operates around the world.
Now, one of your fellow UKIP MEPs, Nikki Sinclair, she's quit this alliance you're part of in the European Parliament. She hasn't quit you, but she's quit the alliance. She says because the European Freedom and Democracy Group has extremist views. So what are you doing with the extremist views?
Well, the Conservatives have got their group, and they're accused of sitting with extremists. And similarly, in the Socialist group, there are parties there. We will not sit with any political party that has a racist agenda. We've made that very clear. And if she thinks she's going to be better off sitting next to Nick Griffin and various other people, well, that's her choice.
But she's not,
I'm afraid that...
but she's still one of your MEPs, isn't she? So what are you going to do with her?
Well, no, I think the National Executive Council of UKIP are going to take some fairly tough action. I'm afraid that she stood for us as a candidate without declaring the fact that she'd been declared bankrupt in 2005, and the NEC of the party take a pretty dim view about that.
You seem to have quite a few troubles with your members, don't you? I mean, I think you lost about 25% of MEPs in some way in the last time. You've now lost another one.
Yeah, we've tried to do what we can. We do full criminal record bureau checks on people. We're doing what we can to get good people. But, you know, the Conservatives have lost one already in this Parliament. These things happen. I'm not happy about it. But the important thing is that we get on as UKIP and fight 550 constituencies in the general election, which is what we're going to do.
Nigel Farage, thanks for joining us from Brussels. Good to